Here are 2 carbon copy shoes, 6 deck blackjack, dealer stands on all 17, no surrender. Shoe number 2 of Never Bust versus Basic Strategy. This is actually take number 2. Thank you so much to Daniel Potts for catching a couple of errors that I made in Never Bust. Those errors being, not following Basic Bust a couple of times and, reverting to the habitual basic strategy. It's hard. It's hard to keep track of 2 shoes running at the same time. I'm going to just keep going. Burn cards. And also to break the habit of playing basic strategy and Never Bust. It's just not natural for me, and probably not for you, or, well, for most people who played basic strategy for a long time, to suddenly start doing these things that you've taught yourself either to do or not to do. A lot of it being like, hit a 12 into anything higher than, into pretty much anything. Got to get my head around this. So that's what happened. So I ended up having to scrap that shoe. I agree with Daniel Potts that one, the blackjack gods would know, as he put it, and also that making that mistake shifts the flow of the cards again, which is why I'm running 2 separate shoes that are exactly the same, so that we can see how not hitting when you're supposed to, or what changes the way the cards come out of the shoe. They come out in the same sequence, but at different points, or in different hands. Okay, so I'm really going to try. If you catch me making a mistake, please say something in the comments. Hopefully I won't, or say it before I move on to the next hand, and maybe I'll hear you somehow. All right, 13 hits, 14, 19. We're going to play one side at a time, or I will really lose it. 11, 21. Okay, 13, Never Bust, stands. Yeah? 11, 12, 17. So that's still a loss. And what I was mostly expecting was that basic strategy would burn through more cards because the player is going to be hitting more often. Never Bust didn't take a card, but as we see, Never Bust took more cards for the dealer. Things are still not exactly lined up. But I saw that in the first shoe that things would line up. Sometimes, being just a full hand or 2 behind, and sometimes exactly right on. I thought that was really weird. It's also hard for me to deal from this side. This is the unnatural side. I need to check for the ace. It's not there. 20 stands. 3, 13, 19. 12 stands. 20. Anyways, each strategy starts with 50 units. It's 1 unit per hand. Units can be transposed to dollars or whatever currency you're using. 5, 20, 100, whatever, 6, whatever you're actually playing at. The basic strategy follows the basic strategy card that is available from the Wizard of Odds. Apparently some people have an issue that I have to refer to the card. Quote, have to. I do refer to the card so that I don't make mistakes, because imagine if I started screwing up basic strategy, that invalidates in my all of our testing. So I have it here. I don't always have to look at it, but sometimes there's a lot to think about. So I'm going to look at it. You want to criticize me for it? I guess waste your time. I'm not going to stop having the card, and I don't think that you should stop taking the card with you to the casino either. Should you know it? Sure, of course. Do you should that stop you from taking the card to the table with you? No. So basically, Never Bust follows basic strategy up until you are at a hard 12 or greater. So this hard 18 to a 6, according to basic strategy, you do double down on that because it's really just an 8. Okay, that's how. Just making it clear that how I'm trying to apply things. Now it's a hard 18. You're done hitting anyways. 11, 20. So let's see, what else? What else was I going to say? Oh yes, there's been a lot of comments on the first shoe. It's also criticized for even attempting to conduct these tests in the first place, that it's reinventing the wheel, that it's well established that basic strategy is the only way to play, and that Never Bust is a fool's errand. Okay, maybe. Let's find out. That's all. And hey, a lot of people are finding this video, watching it, liking it, and I thank you. Gotten a lot of new subscribers lately. That's a 12. That's soft 14. 10, 20. So people are interested in this. Insurance closed. It's not there. 15 stands. 414. Oh, take from the proper shoe, please. That is a 19. Anyways, the point of this is not really even to see, in my opinion, if Never Bust can be profitable. That's very hard to determine. What I'm trying to find out is, will it perform better than basic strategy? Will it lose less than basic strategy on a losing shoe, or will it gain more on a winning shoe? So let's say basic strategy is down by 10 at the end of the shoe, and the Never Bust is down by 7. That means that Never Bust did better. If it's basic strategy is up by 10 and Never Bust is up by 15, then Never Bust did better. But if it's like down by 10 and down by 20, well, that's not so good for for Never Bust. All right, anyways, insurance closed. 17 stands. 20. So what we're seeing right now is a kind of a bad shoe so far, and it's working out more or less that way for both. 15 stands. I forgot to do the ace check. Doesn't matter. See? Okay, I'm going to stop talking a little bit, get my head in the game so I don't make mistakes. And I'm still here. Just not going to try to think so much. That's when things get dangerous, when I try to think. Okay. 14 stands. 13, 20. I will just remind you, by the way, that I am keeping track of the number of hands that we play. 20 stands. 12. 16. 26. And also, let me just make it clear that I'm not endorsing the Never Bust over the basic strategy. I think some people seem to think that. I'm not really endorsing basic strategy over Never Bust either. I'm just comparing the performance of the two. I'm also not recommending that you even set foot in a casino, but if you do, your choice that you are free to make. 16 stands, 12, 22. All right, now shut up for a little bit. Let's do the ace check this time. It's not there. 9 hits, 19, 16, 26. I'll just get these out first. See, look, they lined up, didn't they? Sure looks that way. I only match the card values. I don't match the suits. However many, it's 52 cards in a deck, 6 decks, so that's 312 cards, which I go all the way to the very end, which helps me make sure that I didn't miss anything. I don't need to do the suits. You don't play by the suit, so it doesn't matter. Sure, if you're playing a side bet, like they have sometimes, like with the, was it like the Queen of Hearts game, ace check, but we're not doing that, at least not now. 5, 9, 12, 15, 17. Let's just make sure. 3, 5, 9, 12, 14, 16. Uh-oh. Let's see. 6, 10. That's all. That's only 16, isn't it? Yes. 16, 23. Can you see? I get it out here. I can't tell where you can see. That is a bust. You're going to criticize me for counting the cards, or, you know, making sure I got the proper hand. Okay, so now this will work differently, because after 12, he's not going to hit. So that is 9, 12. Stop right there. 12, 14, 16, 23. So look at that. I can hear Daniel Potts right now. I told you so. Daniel is waiting till the end of the 7-shoe series and the summary for Never Bust to outperform basic strategy, so he can tell me that, and I guess everybody, that I told you so. Because this is he says this is the way he plays, and I'm actually surprised by the number of people who do play this way. Oh, I guess we actually, yeah, we went through the same number of cards again, because the dealer took more. So it's insurance, both sides, insurance closed. It's not there, just making sure it's not there. 12 will hit. That is a 17. 2 or 12, 12, 22. 12, 2 or 12, 17. Dealer stands on all 17s. Oops. Hold on, let me just... Have I made any mistakes yet? I hope not. I'm really trying. $15, that stands. 9, 13, 23. Ace check, not there. 20 stands. 16, 21. Okay, that was the first 10 hands. Like I said, I keep track. We have consistently gotten at least 45 hands out of a 6-deck shoe. I perhaps penetrate a little deep, but that's okay, because the only reason that they don't let you play very deep in the casino is, so in case you're counting cards, it leaves enough behind that cut card that there's still enough randomness in the shoe. And since we're not counting cards, or at least not applying card counting, nor changing or deviating from either these strategies or the wagering, doesn't matter. Okay, deal? 9 doubles down to a 3. Single card right there. That would make 4, 13, 9, 19. And 13 will stand. Remember that. It wouldn't hit to a 4 anyways. Maybe I should look that up. 9, 16, 22. Oops. I love getting 11s. I prefer to double down than anything else. And I've been contemplating running a system where instead of hitting anytime you get cards, like, well, even like this, doubling down. Why not? I'm sure I get a lot of hate mail comments on that. All right, that's 18, 13, 23. All right, let's check for the ace. Not there. 6 takes a card. 15. Gonna stand there. 15. 23. You should have doubled. Okay, 17, let's do an ace check, not there, 17 stands, 17's push. Pair of 7s, you're not going to split that to a 10. Oops, and you're not going to hit this time either, not for never bust. So 20, normally you would. $14 hits, 24. $20 stands, 14, 18. Not there, 17 stands, 16, 26, ace check, not there, 17 stands, 20, I think it's personally more fun when they make you wait to see what your card is. Ta-da! See, isn't that more fun? It's time and a half. That is a quarter, but it represents a half unit. That's what I've always done in these. I don't have some other proper half unit to use. 20, 17, ooh, back to back. Maybe. What am I doing? Anyways, yeah, what I was saying about the strategy card, print out the card, take it with you, and use it at the table. What do we got here? That frees up your mind to do other things, to look around, to, order a drink. 18 stands. To talk to other people. I find that if I have to, obviously most of basic strategy should be obvious, but there's a few things that happen like around the fours that just get confusing, especially when if you're at dealer stands on soft 17 or hits on all 17s or all soft 17s, or if you're playing single deck, there's some changes, and it's just, why bother trying to keep it straight in your head when the card is available and the casinos, at least no casino, every casino that I've been to, they don't mind if you use the card, and there is always another player at the table who, especially if you're playing lower limit tables like I tend to do, will ask, maybe they're new and they go, well, what should I do? And you can tell them what the book says, and they'll look at you like you're crazy sometimes, or they won't listen to you. But if you can show them on the chart, maybe that will help them, that somebody has already figured this out, and your best long-term odds are to follow that. So I agree with that. Anyways, soft 16. What does that make for? A 15, 20. 20. Push. All that work for a push. Insurance closed. It's not there. 14 will stand. 5, 15, 15, 16, 26. What I usually will say, though, in support of deviating from basic strategy, is, those are, basic strategy was figured out, I guess, by computers, and applies over millions and millions of hands, etc. You're never going to play millions of hands. So while that is statistically the situation, it's not realistic. A 6-deck shoe, you get 45 hands. Let's say it's even 50. What's the math? How many shoes is that to make 1 million hand? And you need to supposedly run millions of hands. 18 stands, 10, 20. It's not going to happen. Not for a normal person. Soft 16, soft 11. This was a mistake I made in one of the other shoes. That's 21. 17. Again, when I was looking, what I got confused about on another shoe was, this is less than 12. This is less than a hard 12, so you should hit it. And I did, not really realizing that was a 21. Guess who caught that one? Yes, he did. And it was so close to the end of the shoe that I actually did a correction on it, and that was in the take 1 of shoe number 2 for Never Bust versus Basic Strategy. And then he discovered something else like much earlier in the shoe, and it really screwed things up. So it wasn't worth trying to salvage. So that caused a little bit of a delay in getting this next shoe out, because I first had to set up to do that correction, and then I had to set up to do this. I don't have all the time in the world. And I know you don't either, so I appreciate you sticking around and watching my videos. Okay, 12 hits. That is a controversial hit. People will tell you not to do that, especially never bust players. 17, 7, 11, 16, 23. Kind of running out of room, but that's all right. And 20 stands, of course. 15, 17. Okay, that was another 10 hands down, so we're now in for 20. I would say that the basic strategy is up. Or, well, no, not up. They're both, I can tell that both sides are down. Basic strategy is leading by maybe 2 or 3. A lot can change. Look, I just have to stack the whites next to each other. Yeah, up by 2 after 20. Or down by 2, never bust. Again, relative to each other, not in absolute terms. Well, 20 will stand. 18. 7 hits. 12 stands. Stands anyways. 9. 16. 26. Okay. Sorry, 13 stands to a 2. 6. Oh, what is that? 13. 16. 17. Ace check, just flip it. Not there, obviously. You're not going to hit that 18. 13, 15. 25. Okay, you have it. Sort of better. You're going to split those. Tens on these are not blackjacks. They don't pay time and a half. Blackjack is only the first 2 cards. This will be your 3rd card. 21 or 11. You could double that. If you play long enough, you'll see it happen. We won't. You only get single cards anyway, so I should lay them down this way. 17. So this one is a win. This one is a lose. Overall, that's a push. If we were doing another progressive system, that's how I would treat that, as a push. I'll leave that there. 7. Soft 18 to a 7. You cannot double, obviously. And you should stand. Yes, I was looking. I was making sure. That is also a push. Yes. 18. 18. All right, 7, 15, stand there, 11, 19. Insurance closed. Isn't that the worst? Well, I can think of worse. Oh, look at that. How about multiple splits and double downs to a dealer 6, and he turns a 5 and turns it into a 21. That's worse. Okay, ace check. I'm just going to look. 19, 16. Oh, what is that? I'm not supposed to go over here. Far too many. 24. Alright. We're going to split these threes to a 3. We're going to do this one first. 13, you're good there. 3. See, soft 14. Now that's just a hit, because it's just a 4. Uh-oh. Ah, shoot. This one goes back here. You gotta back it up here. Just make sure that we're on all the right color. Okay. Whew. Try again. Anybody else catch that I was pulling off of this side for this shoe? Because again, this is the side you normally come from. Fortunately, I caught that. Okay, 11. That will double down. Single card. 19. We're right here. 3. 11. Doubling down again. 21. Aren't you glad I used the right deck? 7. 17. Winner, winner. Okay, let's clean this up. That was nice. See, I love doubling down. I love splitting and doubling down. That certainly does put Never Bust in the lead. That was hand 25. Okay, insurance closed. It's not there. 16 needs a card. 26. 5, 15. 17. 16. 17. Push. Keep your head straight. Try to be quick, but try to be accurate. Ace check. Oh. Yuck. 16 will stand. 12. 22. Okay. $17 stands. 12. 22. Insurance closed. Not there. 17 stands. 20. $15 stands. 6. 15. 21. just like a real casino. 20 stands. 9, 11, 20, push. This be hand 30. $20 stands. 10, 13. What do you not want? What I call the most important card in the game. The 5 of spades. No, I consider the 8 to be the most important card in the game. It's the card you want or the card you don't want. It's either the card that helps you or the card that kills you. A lot of people are going to think it's the 10. I don't know how to prove it, but that's just what I think, that it is the 8. Doubling down to 10 to a dealer 9. 13. 19. No good. Alright, let me just put those off. That was hand 30. So we're 2/3 of the way in of what we expect to play for this 6-deck shoe. And onward. $18 will stand. 16, 26. 13 will stand for never bust. 12, 20. There's that 8. You could have used that 8. Come on. Okay, 15 will hit to a dealer 9. 24. Ace check here. It's not there. 16's going to stand. Only for never bust. Let's just be clear on that. Now you will see people arbitrarily decide to do, to play never bust. A 16 to a 10. This time they're going to go, no, he doesn't have it under there, so I won't take his bust card. I'll not hit my 16. And sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what the ratio is. But that's not what we're doing here. Not trying to here and there pick and choose when to play never bust. We're doing it for the entire shoe. That's to me, that's the only way to do this. And and those times when they don't hit that 16 to a 10 and it works out and they win, as you I think you can see, it messes up the flow of the cards for the whole rest of the shoe. So they won that time, but did that result in them losing the next 5 hands that they would have otherwise won had they lost just that one hand? That's what we're trying to find out here. Okay, no ace there. 11 will double down. 20. 20. Push. Gonna leave that there for now. A 15 for never bust will stand and not survive. Yes. 10 doubling down to an 8. 18. Yes, 18. Push again. 19 stands. 11. 21. I tell you, things are pretty much evening out in the chip stack here, or actually gone back to being 3 units in favor of basic strategy relative to each other. I think they're both down a little bit, but we have at least 10 more hands to go. Things can change. $20 stands. 12. 22. 17 stands. 10. 20. Oh. Picture? Monkey? What do you say when you get the ace? You start tapping the table? One of my favorite calls is the call for monkey. I like to call the 8 the snowman. Look at that, double 8 of spades. Nice. All right, let's see. Does the dealer have an ace? No. Did you get a monkey? No. Soft 14, soft 15, hard 12, 17. Make sure you can see that. 15, 25. A lot of work. It's all good. Anyways, you know what they say, 8s and aces, right? Even to a 10. Did I check? Okay, no ace. Let's go before I really screw things up. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Wrong side. Let's just make sure we're all the right color here. Yes, okay. Whew. This one first. 12. Never bust, stands. 18, stands. 20. Lose both. This seems familiar. I wonder if perhaps Never Bust is now a hand or two behind. 14, 14, 23. I think it'd be one hand behind. Yeah, it looks like it is. Soft 15, 12. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Not hitting. See how easy that is to make that mistake? You just get in the habit. Especially because right now we know what happened over here. Whew, close one. 15. That's supposed to be there, folks, Daniel. But instead it is here for the loss. Wasn't supposed to stop at any other point. No, we were in soft numbers. Okay. I don't want Daniel or anyone else to catch me making mistakes, because then I have to figure out how to fix it, even if that means running a whole nother replacement shoe, which I really don't want to do. I want to get through these. I don't like to keep you waiting, but doing my best. 11, double down. 21, 19, 14 stands. 14, 24. Okay, 11 doubles down, single card. 18, 11, 16, 20, 'I'm checking. Pair of nines, 2 and 9 is a split. Do I care if you don't think I should check? No, I don't. This one first. 19, that's good. This one. 19, also good. Oh! Maybe you used up all the 10s, yeah? 11. 17. Whew. Never Bust really needed that to stay competitive here as we are heading into hand 40. So getting thin and missing out on a lot of double down opportunities over here. Oh, looks like you're going to get one though. Oh, definitely. But you have to get those when he's not. Single card, 17, 14, 19. Well, different results, perhaps. Yo, 11. Take it from the proper shoe, please. 16, 12, 16, 24. Oh, look at that. See? I told you so. I told you so. That's what Daniel's saying right now. I hear him. I can hear him. Hand 40, like I said. Give me a second to clean these up and keep track. And you got 5 hands left, and the gap is a basic strategy by 2. So, you know, what they say, that Never Bust increases the house edge by approximately 5%, 5.5%. We'll see at the end in the summary what that actually adds up to. Now, is that over the super long term? No. What I would consider, you know, 7 6-deck shoes is an average session. Not for me, actually. Usually will play a lot longer than that. But not everybody does. It's a number that I came up with in order to, you know, I can't go on and on and on, but you can't just do 1 or 2 even. 3, 13, 12, 22, 14, 9, 14, 24, 'Okay, blackjack again for the player, time and a half. Something that has not yet happened for Never Bust. It's happened 3 times over here. This is something else I like to do when possible, like if they, giving you half units, I like to not use them or cash them in. That way I can just kind of, just something else to do, keep track of how many blackjacks I've gotten. It's obviously not a perfect system, because sometimes you do have to cash them in or play them, but, you know, try. It's actually sort of meaningless in anyways how many blackjacks you've gotten in your session. Anyways, what is that? 3, 13, 13 stands. 17. Okay, 16 hits to an 8. 22, bust. First blackjack for the never bust. Ace check, not there. 15 hits. 16 hits again. 26. A lot of queen of diamonds, huh? And that side too. Purely coincidence. 16 stands. 18. Oops, oops, oops. You want the dealer to hit the 18? Okay, this is hand coming up, hand 45. So we've made it. As we expected. You know, I do put that cut card a little bit deeper than they may do at the casino. Again, like I said, since we're not applying anything like card counting, it doesn't matter so much. We're not changing the way we bet, and it gets us a couple of extra hands. Is that good or bad? I guess it hopefully evens out over time. 12 will stand to a dealer 5, 14, 22. See, the 8, card you want or the card you don't want. Ace check, it's not there. 16 will stand anyways for a system like never bust. 15, 25. See, you didn't take the dealer's bust card. That's, I think, the biggest concept philosophy on never bust. Is that you stay in the game instead of busting yourself out, even though you could often improve. Okay, here we go. Hand 46. Okay, 414 is just a hit. 14 hits again. 18, 17. Six. Well, let's ace check it first. Yes. Okay, not there. Six will hit. It's soft. This will stand at 13, 15, 24. That's how never bust is supposed to work. Ace check, not there. 10 does not double down to a 10. 20, 13, 19. $15 stands. 4, 14, 14, 24. $19 stands. 7, 10, 18. $14 stands. 10, 13, 23. That was hand 48. Now here is something very surprising to me is about to happen. Basic strategy burned through cards. Oh, no, that is what we expect. Never mind. Not so surprising. See, it's hard for me to just keep track of everything. I don't know. I was thinking that never bust should have run out of cards first, but that is, of course, backwards. And that right there is why I keep the strategy card around, because it's a lot to keep track of, and let's not make mistakes if we can help it. Anyways, even though often in the casino, if the cut card comes out before the next cards in the hand, the casino will often not play it. I go ahead and play it again because counting cards and that sort of thing has no effect for us here. Anyways, a 12 to a 3. You're going to take that card for basic strategy, and people are going to yell at you. Yes, they are, and I'm sure you've had it before. What are you doing? And you know, then you show them the card, which is why you bring it to another reason why you bring it to the table, and then you bust, and they go, look, but then you say, well, look, doesn't matter, I lost either way. 10, doubling down to a 9. 13, 19. Now, Never Bust is going to continue. It's in a different point in the shoe. Not much different. There's the cut for this side for Never Bust. 13 stands. 11, 13, 18. Okay. So, what was it? 49 hands for basic strategy and 50 for Never Bust. So, you know, one hand difference. And certainly a difference in the chips. Let me exchange those, color those in. Don't have to do that over there. Let's count them up. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. We didn't get into those. That's fine. Probably won't most of the time. Don't forget this. Okay, so that was excuse me. That was 35, 40, 50. There's your base. There's your buy-in. That's what you came to the table with, 50 units. Everything else is profit. 10.5 units. So 10.5 units, that's actually indicates a good shoe. I'll do it like this. If you're playing a $5 table, that's $52.50. Sorry, yes, $52.50. Okay, Never Bust. Did you break even? We will find out. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, didn't get into that. That's 5 units. So 35, 40, 45, 50. There's your buy-in. At least you got that. Half a unit up. Okay. Difference of 10 units. That's pretty substantial. But it's one shoe, or a second shoe. We got 5 more to go. We'll see. We'll see where we get to. Again, just to recap, basic strategy: 49 hands up by 10.5. Never Bust, 50 hands up by a half of a unit. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Make comment. And if you see a problem, please let me know. And if you have constructive criticism, I'm happy to hear it. Okay? Thanks so much. Bye.